Okay, number three. This will be the last one I will do for this moment because it's getting too cold. And I'm just going to read some comments really after these, and then probably tomorrow look towards doing some more actual exercises in terms of based on the comments, what people want to see, what you want to hear. I'll do a mixture, answering comments, and then I'll start putting together this simple exercise. I think where everyone, regardless of what type of person you are, what your goals are, whatever, I think the foundations need to be set first. So I'll start putting out some generic exercise. I think no matter what your goal is, everyone should at least be doing these as a foundation, and then moving on from there. So we're looking at your things like your squats. Definitely, a squat is a fantastic exercise because it incorporates most movements in the body, whether it be bending down, carrying the correct weight on your feet properly in the correct position so you don't stressing. So it's about bending down, standing up without stressing out the weak parts of the body and using the body correctly. I'll go into depth on that more with physics. I kind of have to physically show you some stuff. But the back, the posture, good exercise is about posture. Posture is about what's the spine doing, what position's the spine in, which is obviously, your spine is arguably one of the most important parts of your body. People do your back in because you weren't holding that posture. Posture isn't just about good square shoulders, it's the whole way down the spine. So we'll look at that because I think if you can crack out a good squat, you already know so much about holding a good, strong, safe posture. Those that have trained for me in the past will know all about this and that, and see how important it is. Once you get the squat, then from that and that basis of knowledge, we can do so many other exercises. But if you cannot do a basic squat, you shouldn't be doing any other exercises. Is one of my biggest bugbears is I will take new clients on that will say, I've had a PT for X amount of years, and yet they can't even squat. And it's not a slight on you, the client, it's a slight on your trainer, the person that you gave all your money and time to, and they haven't even given you the core foundations of exercise, of movement, sorry. You're not even safe to move. It's crazy. Everything I do isn't opinions. There are a lot of this industry is opinion based, but I don't get into that. I just go with the facts of anatomy. You have a skeleton. That skeleton is moved by a structure of muscles, and those muscles are held onto the bones by your tendons, and your bones are held together with your ligaments. They're all there in a specific way, designed to do a specific job. All I look at doing is, what is that specific job it's supposed to do? How is it supposed to do it? And we improve that. That isn't an opinion. That is a fact of anatomy. And if you try to sway from that, that's why you're probably not getting your goals. It's probably why you're not getting where you want to get. Opinions more come down to, I feel, best ways to get your results. Sport specific, I'd say. I'm a runner. What's the best training I should do to get better at whatever I'm doing? Yeah, we can have opinions on that, different training systems, that sort of thing. And I've got good ones on that, being a core foundation of running myself. And surprise, surprise, I'm usually quite different to most runners, but so that might be interesting to a lot of runners out there. So, yeah, I'm going to literally tap on squats. I'm going to do more rehab stuff as well, because I'd say most of you that are my sort of age, in your sort of 40s plus, you've got an injury. I'm going to put that out there and say, right now, you've got an injury. And if you haven't, I'd say either you're very lucky, you haven't really done much exercise, you've maybe got a good trainer, well done, or you're lying. Common ones: shoulders, rotator cuff. Not many people I know that haven't had a rotator cuff injury or know someone that has, and it's always down to your training or an injury. So we'll go through that. It's a very easy thing to fix. I've fixed more rotator cuffs than I could ever possibly remember. So I'll go through some really good, very simple stuff that is as well. You should be fixed up in 2 weeks. So we can go through that, and then we'll look at knees. Knees are another good common one. Lots of knee issues, and again, relatively simple to fix, to be honest. If we're talking about obviously muscular problems, which is 9 times out of 10. Vastus medialis is the issue there, but we'll look at that. Backs, everything. My forte, I would say, in my 22 years, as I've moved through different sorts of things and specialising in many different areas, but I'd say now is injury rehab is probably my area. Why? Because I find most people have an injury, and I can't actually train you properly and effectively until I've fixed you. Quite often, a lot of our training, if I take on a new client, for the first year might just be fixing. And nothing to do with what you think you want to get, but it is the only way you're going to get it. So we'll fix you up, get you in a good blank canvas, get you back to blank canvas, then start training you properly in towards the goal you think you want. Diet, definitely talk about diet, because that is that's where most people muck up. Most people come to me and they say, I'm fat. Right, that's usually the issue nowadays. We're in a vain society. We just want to look good. It's very rare that someone comes to me and says, "Oh, I want to be better at my sport, whatever that sport may be." Runners is a common one. Yeah, I'll do a 10k in this much time, and I want to be faster. Cool, fine, easy. We can do that. But I'd say it's leaning down. Now, leaning down isn't really about the exercises I've said before. It's about the diet. So I'd say 9 out of 10 of yours will be looking forward to that, so I'll definitely put that, and it'd be nice to hear some comments down about what sorts of diet issues you feel you have. I'll do a Q&A on that one. I've got somebody putting together, a bit of a tech genius, putting together a system for me that we're going to start pioneering, whereby I will do some sort of, FaceTime, Zoom, Skype type thingy-majiggy, where I can do live interactions with you and do some Q&As, which I think will work really, really well. And maybe do some group exercise type things on there as well. Okay, like I say, it's a short one. I'm freezing, so I'm going to stop going, and then I can come out and do some stuff based on your comments and do some movements, and we'll go through some bits and bobs. What would help in the comments is difficulties here is because we're not in a gym, because we're not allowed now because of bloody COVID. I might have some stuff, but do you have some stuff at your home? So it's no good me coming out and bashing out some weights, different exercise like that, if you don't have it at home. So I'll have to. It would be nice to know what sort of things you do have at home in comments. We've got some resistance bands, brilliant. If you're gonna, a bit of advice now: get some resistance bands, Amazon it, get them to deliver it to you. It's not a lot of money. You're not paying for your gym membership at the moment, so go and spend 20-30 quid on whatever, on getting some resistance bands, because with that we can do everything, pretty much, okay? On top of that, I'd say get a kettlebell. Some kettlebells are great. We can do some really good type 2 muscle fibre, explosive training stuff with that, which is really beneficial. Kettlebells, what weights? We'll talk more in depth on that in a kettlebell session, but you need heavy, because it's about firing up your type 2 muscle fibres. Remember, it's got to be fast, explosive, it's got to be heavy. So if you pick something and think, oh, it's a bit heavy, good, it's probably the right weight, you can pick it off the floor, stop moaning, you've done it. So I'm thinking at least looking at your 12s, 16s, 20s. If you get 3, which most people I speak to end up buying 3 for some reason, 12, 16, 20. It should be heavy, alright? Forget those 8s and 6s, fucking throw them out the door, waste of bloody time. Right, ciao.